Hi everybody, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial of how to make an academic poster using Inkscape. And I'm not going into all the details, but I just want to show some of the basic things that you could do. Now if you open Inkscape, of course first you need to install it from the Inkscape website. And if you don't know where you can find it, just go to www.inkscape.org. And you see I just do this actually in Inkscape, and you already can see is here. You can just quickly choose a different font. We just have a small simple font, okay, and that shows already some features of what you can do. This is the website where you download it, but I assume that you've already done that. That's the first step that you need to do. Now the first thing when we make the poster, so step one is actually go to, now you click here on the right, there are some dots here. And then there are all sorts of things that you can choose from. If you click on this here, this arrow that points down, you go to document properties. So you prepare basically the document. So you don't want an A4. You could in principle, but typically posters are either on A0, that's the format, or A1. And that is actually, I think, also the case if you're in the US. I'm not 100% sure of it, but I think so. So if you go to a printer, whether it's in the US or in the UK or in Europe, anywhere or anywhere in the world, if you say I want to print this out as a poster, A0 or A1, they know what you mean. But even if you would choose a smaller format, just the basic format of A4, which is the most common format, somewhat similar to US letter, they can always scale it up for you. But I would go for, let's go for A0, actually is quite big, A1. And okay, so we have selected that. Then usually I choose pixels here. That's just a unit of display, but that's not so important actually. So then you can slide this here. Now this here, you see you have a page. If you go on the keyboard and press the key 1 on your keyboard, or 2, 3, 4, 5. If you press 5, number 5, you see the whole page. So this is just say an empty poster. Now what we have on a poster, if you watch my video on how to make a poster, your different components. At the top, of course, you have a title, and you need to choose a little bit what color you want to make the poster of. I mean, white is good, but often I think it's good to have like say maybe a white text on a blue background. So let's first, for example, so now if we have snap here in the top right, this is the snap symbol. So I click this, and if I now click here on this square or type the key R on the keyboard, I can make a blue rectangle. And blue is a popular color for posters. So then it looks like this. So now this is a rectangle, okay? Now, let's say my project is called the Stroop sex differences in the Stroop effect. So let's write the text first. Sex differences in the Stroop effect, the Stroop effect, or the Stroop task. Let's say the Stroop task. Now, this is now in the same color, but I want to make this. Now if I put it here, you don't see it anymore because it is blue on blue. What I actually want is, if you select it, you see there's a box around it. Now I'm going to make this, for example, yellow, the text yellow. So I click here on yellow, and if I don't want a outline around my text, I hold the shift button and click here on the red square that basically deletes the outline. Now if I see, this looks quite nice. What you could, yeah, well, that's pretty good, I think. Now if I want to, you can just resize it, but then you need to make sure you keep the aspect ratio. You could also have held the control key to scale with an aspect ratio. So if I hold the control key, see, then it keeps the aspect ratio that I already had. So this looks good. Maybe a white text even on blue is maybe even better. Okay, so text it, and then for example I type a name, say John, and I just do a random name here. Say I say John Smith, and then I can have, say, the university, whatever. I just make up a University of you know, of my town. I mean, this is just, and if you have the snap mode on, you see there is if you move it with the mouse, it will help you to align it automatically, and that is quite a nice feature. Okay, so now they are not necessarily aligned. If you want to align it manually, so what you do is you select this one, and you hold Shift and click on this one, so they're both selected. Then you go here on the alignment tool, and you select here align to the bottom, and that's wrong. It needs to be at the, sorry, I just can type Control Z to undo this. Of the selection area, and then I do this again, and then you have this, and then we move this. That looks quite good. Does it look good? Yeah, I think it looks reasonable. Now make sure you have some space for now, in order to make this a little bit cooler with a wave or something, you can click on the node tool, which is this one, or you can click the F2 key, so you, and then you can this rectangle, you can say object to path. You need to do this first, and then you have sort of like maybe an opportunity to do something like this, like something cool that looks maybe better. You can do all sorts of things. All right, now the next thing is to maybe have blue text here, but now it's still white, so you can say, okay, make this text blue. So at the bottom I click a color on the color here, and that's my text, and say, for example, research question. And let me now think about the structure. Let's do this. So I will have my research question, for example. Now sometimes the snapping is something that I don't like. Maybe I switch off snapping for now. If I want to copy this, I can type Control D. If I type Control D, it duplicates it, but you have two words research questions. So if I pull it, I can put it up, but because I just pressed Control D. Now here I'm going to change. I tap T, I click on this, double click, it selects all tests, and then methods. Okay, methods. Then I do Control D and say for example results. And then I click on F1 again to get the selection tool. That is the little arrow. I click on it, Control D, and then say, for example, I double click on it, and then I say, for example, conclusions. Now, one of the key things with posters, I think it needs to look visually appealing. So sometimes you can build some elements here. So for example, at the bottom, for example, let's go on the snap tool again. Let's say you put, for example, another like blue rectangle. Now you see it is automatically, you have the option to round, yeah, but I don't want to round this. So if you don't want a rounded rectangle, you click on the rectangle tool and you click this little corner, then it makes it just, see, a straight rectangle. But at the bottom, at the top where I have a little bit of curve, for example, I tapped F, I click on this, I click on the F2, the node tool. Now you can't change the curves because it's a basic rectangle. In Inkscape you make it into a path. What that means is that it basically is it's just made from it's not like a basic circle or a square or a star, but it's basically a polygon, or you see these corner nodes and you can do stuff with that. And then if you're in the F2 in the tool mode, you can move the cursor over it, click down, and then you can just pull it and then you can move it anywhere, and then you can do funny things. That's actually quite cool. So you could say, for example, you could have the opposite effect, or you could have something like this. That can be quite nice. Alternatively, you can keep it straight, and for example, you can just take this, click just on this node, hold the control key, and then do something like this. Then you can just make it like this. Sometimes a little bit in effect I think is quite nice, and then you can still also pull it a little bit. I personally find that makes it visually a little bit more interesting, and you can maybe just do something like just put, say, a yellow, like say something like this. You have like a circle here, and let me put the node tool off, and I'm now just, you see you have 3 circles or something like that. Just make, or say a small circle, a medium circle, and a big circle. Sometimes a little bit, something that looks just a little bit like more interesting. Right, okay, so now what, of course, we need to have content as well. Now first let me teach you again how you do the, if you select them all, so I hold them, so I click, left click, then I say drag this rectangle around it, and then release the mouse button, and then they have all been selected. And now if I go here on the align tool, here on the right are all my tools, then say I left align, and then they're all lined up correctly. Now I would say, in order to separate these sections, well, you already have this, you could add some line elements. So for example, you click on rectangle, click on blue, and then you see, for example, you could do something like this to have an additional line element. And then I clicked on F1 to have the basic selector again, and now I do click here Control D, and then I hold the Control key, and I drag this down so that it's aligned, this one, and then I do again Control D, and then I moved it down, Control D, and then I can just move this down, and that way, for example, you could you can resize these a little bit so that maybe it looks, so you have different sections, because remember, what's quite important in posters is structures, and the default structure is to go from top to bottom. I don't have too much text on it. I personally think I like sort of like little information, but this is maybe even a little bit too large, so I can make this a little bit smaller. I can make this, move this up. You see how easy that is in Inkscape, and you can have some more space. Methods may be small, but what every poster has a different way of doing it. So sometimes the research question can be short, can be long. So now let's, for example, assume we did sex differences in the structure. So the research question could be something like, I'll just you can here just start writing again. Are you can say, are women doing better in the struct task? Now what you see here, what you can do, you have this little element. If you hold that, you can actually then sort of like make the text area somewhat smaller. Also, I think you can make this text a little bit smaller. It is currently 72 points, so make it 40 points, and then now you will have text. I'm not going to fill in the text, by the way, because I'm here focusing on just say I'm just going to have that. But that could be a research question. Maybe you have some other question that you have. Maybe here you can have some more text, blah blah blah. So let's have some more text filled with blah blah blah. I would maybe about the theory, so you can have some more information here, blah blah blah. I'm just, as I say, the focus is here is not on the content. The idea is, but what you can do in order to make this appealing also is you can have some different colors. So for example, this is important. You want that people read at the very least this. So for example, what you can do is you can click on rectangle, go over it. Now you see you have make it really yellow. Now go on the selector item, press F1 or click on this one here, and then look at this here. This lower to bottom. Okay, so then the yellow thing is in the yellow rectangle is in the background, and then this stands out. And then you do the same for the methods and the results. And if you will have some text here, so I just copy and paste this, or actually I do Control D and then I just move it down. Now that already looks quite nice. You see, you just don't even have images any, but you always want to have an image here. Now you might have an image from another file, so what you can do is go on File, Import, and then you can import an image. So you go import and then you can just draw that and scale that as you like. Once you're done, by the way, so it looks quite nice. I mean, you could in principle have, say, different colors. So you need to always think a little bit about, like, for example, you could have different colors for different sections and see what it looks like. For example, here orange, and say for the conclusions maybe I don't know, whatever, brown. So if you have different colors, that can look quite nice, gives somewhat more effect. There are different ways how you can make this sort of like appealing, attractive, and stand out. Make sure you don't forget to import the logo. Maybe at the bottom here I would probably have contact information. So contact, say for example, I would say have something contact John at hello.org or whatever the email is. And that can be, for example, also in yellow, and that could even so for example, I would say I would personally make such information somewhat smaller, maybe here. Let's say put it here, and there you go. So that's how you basically make a poster. Now how to print it or how to save it. So you save, right? That saves as the Inkscape file, but you want to export, and that saves it as a bitmap, so that's not good. So what you can also do, save a copy, and save a copy always saves as a PDF. So do that, and there you go. Once it is a PDF, you just bring it to your printer and they print it out for you, and that's how you have made your poster in Inkscape. Now what you need to make yourself familiar with in Inkscape is just how do I do a rectangle, a circle, how do I make text. Those are the key things actually. And also, as I said, how do you say, for example, if you make a rectangle, if you click on it twice, you can click on it twice, you can rotate it. Control Z is just undo. You can do things like this. You just need to learn a little bit on how to choose colors and shape, how to move them around. But I tell you, Inkscape is a great program. Many universities have it installed on their computers because it's free software, so they don't need to pay extra license fees and so on. And it runs on all platforms, on Windows, Microsoft Windows, on Linux. I use here, and it runs also fine on Mac. Right, I hope that was helpful. If you found it helpful, please like and subscribe, and see you soon again for another video.